Welcome again to another one of my Adam's Corner videos. I'm Adam Long, your host of the Adam's Corner podcast. And I do these videos, in case you're stumbling across one for the first time, I do them to give you an idea of the discs that I'm talking about when I do a monthly rundown of all the physical media releases. And so I've gotten a few things in, and for anybody that is interested, I'm going to I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let's get right to it, shall we? Warner Brothers has released now. This is an HBO series I'm getting ready to talk about. But Warner Brothers has phased out the HBO video label that they used to distribute the HBO television series on, and now we have Curb Your Enthusiasm, the complete series. Now that the show has ended, it ended last year. For most of you, probably all of you who are watching this, you know that this show it's one of my favorite comedy series of all time. I think I mean, if you like Seinfeld, this is like Seinfeld times 10 for me. And I love Seinfeld. I liked Seinfeld, full confession. But anyway, let's see. Let's get right down to it. I haven't even opened this, but I am as curious as anybody to see what this Curb Your Enthusiasm box looks like from once you get this wrapping off. So let's take a look at it, shall we? It's a pretty good size. It's too big. And you get these. This is what you have. And this one. And again, this one, in case you didn't get to look at that as well. These discs are pretty much standard packaging for what you get from Warner Brothers. They're kind of jammed in there, as they do sometimes. But you know what? I don't care. It's fine. They seem to be this one. Oh, there's some shaking going on, ladies and gentlemen, with this one. We do. Yep. That one's loose. Well, that's okay. This is, this does happen as long as there's no damage involved. That's all that matters to me. So anyway, I am really glad to have the Curb Your Enthusiasm complete series. A Seinfeld moment on Curb is included here, an interview with Larry David, and the Seinfeld cast. Leon's Guide to New York City, Larry's favorite episodes, and BTS, behind the scenes, of course, of the final scene, gag reel, and much more. So if you're a fan of Curb Your Enthusiasm, your day has finally arrived, and I didn't know that whether we would ever get that or not, because a lot of these streaming shows just don't get the love that they once did when it comes to getting series release boxes. You never know. And they had been releasing Curb Your Enthusiasm for a while on DVD, and then they stopped. But I'm glad that we finally got the remainder of the show all in one nifty package. So what a gift it is. Speaking of Warner Brothers, their subsidiary, the Warner Archive, has done some really they're doing some really good stuff. And just in time for Halloween, The Curse of Frankenstein in 4K Ultra HD. This is a 3-disc affair, ladies and gentlemen. It presents the film in 3 different aspect ratios, and you get a new 2025 commentary, and you get a lot of archival features that have been released on previous editions. But this new commentary, actually it looks like there's 2 new commentaries here. That's pretty interesting. But anyway, this is I'm told, I haven't gotten around to watching it yet, but I'm told that this is a fantastic transfer of The Curse of Frankenstein. If you're a fan of, you're just going to have it. And it is a good reimagining of the Frankenstein story, of course, from Hammer Studios. This was just issued only 5 years ago in 2020. They just put this out for the first time on Blu-ray, and the Blu-ray looks spectacular. But apparently, they've even gone one further and done this 4K. So Warner Archive is continuing to do the 4K releases, not as much as the Blu-ray releases, but thankfully they are doing the 4K releases. And they're doing a good job with these. Get Carter, The Searchers, and High Society. Those are the others. And I think they've announced another one. I can't remember for sure. But Anyway, nevertheless, it's good to have those. Other Warner Archive releases. It's funny. The theme from A Summer Place was a huge hit for the Percy Faith Orchestra. It was number one for like 11 weeks, I think, in 1960. One of the biggest hits of the 60s. Most people, I'm not going to hum it, so don't worry. But most people know the song. Just YouTube it or whatever, and you'll see the one I'm talking about. It's funny. Max Steiner did the score. He wrote that theme, and it was, as I said, a huge hit. But I've never actually seen the film. And this has been rectified with Warner Archive's release of A Summer Place, because now I get a chance to finally catch up on this. I always got this confused with Peyton Place, which has been issued on Blu-ray previously by Twilight Time. Both of them are kind of soap opera type things. This one takes place at an elite Maine resort, and it's it's from the bestseller by Sloan Wilson. And Sandra Dee's in this. Troy Donahue, and so this was not Peyton Place was shot in CinemaScope, whereas this is a flat 1.85 to 1 ratio. So, but anyway, you get a Bugs Bunny cartoon here and the original theatrical trailer. So, excuse me. So moving along, The Racket is the next Warner Archive release we'll talk about. This is I'm trying to remember here. 1951, produced by Howard Hughes, a film noir starring Robert Mitchum, and Elizabeth Scott, Robert Ryan, of course. And this has been long requested. It's a film that I had heard of, but have never seen. It's a 4K scan of the original nitrate negative. And nitrate, of course, is that highly flammable film stock that you've heard people talk about, and it's nice to have it here though on this Blu-ray from with the 4K scan here, directed by John Cromwell, who was no stranger to this type of film, and I can't wait to dig into it. You get here a commentary by Eddie Mueller from Turner Classic Movies and the theatrical trailer. Moving along to another Warner Archive release, which is a long-forgotten 1975 film that got really good notices from some critics, particularly Pauline Kael. She was a fan of this. It's a road picture with Alan Arkin. He's an ex-Marine adrift in the sea of humanity known as Los Angeles. In the morning, he leaves his rundown apartment and drives his beat-up car to a boring, mind-numbing job. But today's going to be different when Gunny meets two footloose female drifters played by Sally Kellerman and Mackenzie Phillips. And this just looks like it's right up my alley. I never did see it, as I said. Directed by Dick Richards, who he was a pretty prolific director back in the day. But anyway, Rafferty and the Gold Dust Twins has been long unavailable. It was filmed in Panavision, so it'll be nice to see it from with a new transfer from the original negative. No extras here, just the original theatrical trailer. And then we get the cult comedy Sordid Lives. This is from a label, Wolf Video. This was turned into a television series eventually, but this is the original film that started it all. It's cult classic comedy from Del Shores about a gay West Hollywood actor returning home to a small Texas town for his grandmother's funeral. And you get to meet all the characters therein. My dad was a fan of this. My late father was a fan of this film, and I never did get around to watching it, but I know he enjoyed it. All new interviews with the director and the cast, original commentary, new trailer. Like I said, good cast here. Olivia Newton-John, Beau Bridges, Delta Burke, Bonnie Bedelia, Beth Grant, Leslie Jordan. Several of these have gone on, unfortunately. But yes, Sordid Lives is out now from Wolf Video. And then moving to the last couple of releases I have here, Arrow Video has they sent me check discs of Outland and Red Planet, and I actually let my son borrow those so he could get a peek at them. But the one that I have not gotten around to watching is The Mask, the Jim Carrey film, and I just wanted to mention that this is out from Arrow Video, or forthcoming. It's not out yet, but it's coming soon. I don't get the Arrow proper releases, but I do get the check discs, And so there you go. And then 2 releases from Kino Lorber Studio Classics. Yeah, these are actually, one of these actually is part of their Kino Cult line of titles, Dan Curtis's classic Monsters. Dan Curtis, of course, was the famed producer and director of many television films. He's the creator of the Dark Shadows television soap, and he was behind the 2 feature films based on the show. And he also was the producer of the original Night Stalker film and the director of the sequel, The Night Strangler. This includes Frankenstein and let's see, let me get this out. The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Frankenstein and Dracula, which stars Jack Palance. You see him on the cover there. This has new commentaries and a new Spanish language soundtrack for Dracula. Some interviews that are archival, as well as the new, stuff, and some introductions. So anyway, classic monsters. Dan Curtis, they've been really doing a good job with this. They did the classic. I think the last time I did one of these videos, I was talking about the Dan Curtis mystery movies or whatever it was called, where it had a series of mysteries that were on late night on ABC television. And these are some of his TV movies. And there is another Dan Curtis, not to be outdone, Dead of Night, which is a horror anthology film. Of course, Trilogy of Terror is his most well-known anthology film, but Trilogy of Terror is most known for its last segment about the doll that comes to life and terrorizes Karen Black. Well, this film is mostly known for its final segment as well, which is about a woman who wishes that her deceased son would come back, and so she uses the powers of black magic to make that happen, and with interesting results. This was a film that really kind of gave my daughter the creeps when I showed it to her when she was a kid, and she fondly remembers it as well. So yeah, it's good to have Dead of Night on Blu-ray from Kino Lorber Studio Classics. So those are the latest things that I have received. I did receive Altered States, but I had to. That wasn't a review copy. I paid for that one, but that's okay. I don't mind. I'll report on that one later on. But I hear good things about it as well. But anyway, for now, that's it for my latest Blu-ray report. Thank you all for watching these videos and for your comments. I always enjoy them. And it's always good to banter it up with people who are of like mind and enjoy this stuff as much as I do. Until the next time, keep those discs spinning.